Johnson said he would earn $40 a match when he started his wrestling career. Johnson wrestled under the nickname The Rock and forged an illustrious wrestling career between 1996 and 2004. Over his career, he was one of the top box office draws in history. If you don't want to miss new content related to luxury, subscribe to our channel. But he started off only making $40 a match, he once told Stephen Colbert. He earned $5.5 million for his first movie role, 2001's The Mummy Returns. Once his wrestling career was coming to an end, Johnson went and attempted the tough transition from being wrestling star to movie star. He hit the ground running by scoring a $5.5 million payday for his role in 2001's The Mummy Returns. He followed that with the sequel, The Scorpion King, and through the early 2000s starred in modest hits like The Rundown, Be Cool, and Doom. Johnson joined the Fast and Furious franchise when he starred as bounty hunter Luke Hobbs in 2011's Fast 5. He became a fixture and in the process became a bigger star than he was already. Johnson brought in $15 million through the franchise, and then took in $20 million for the 2019 spin-off movie, Fast and Furious Presents, Hobbs and Shaw. Thanks to 2017 releases like The Fate of the Furious, Baywatch, and Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, Johnson made a whopping $65 million, becoming one of the top-earning actors according to Forbes. By 2018, Johnson was taking in seven-figure salaries on his movies, starring on the HBO series Ballers, had an endorsement deal with Under Armour, and produced most of the projects he was involved in. It led to him earning the most even in the 20-year-old celebrities list that Forbes has annually run, with a whopping $124 million earned that year. He also runs 7 Bucks Productions with his ex-wife, Dani Garcia. They founded the studio in 2012, after their 2007 divorce. Through 7 Bucks, they've co-produced some of Johnson's biggest hits, including Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, Jungle Cruise, and his upcoming Black Adam movie, as well as TV shows Ballers and Young Rock. The production company is named 7 Bucks from that time when Johnson only had that much in his pocket. In 2016, he signed a deal with the company for his DJ-inspired series of clothing, which has been extraordinarily successful. In June 2018, his line of $130 sneakers sold out in 30 minutes. Through the years, he's also scored deals with Ford and Apple. He reportedly takes in $15 million a year on these deals alone. For movies like Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, Skyscraper, and Red Notice, Johnson had deals that has been unheard of since the days of Will Smith, Tom Cruise, and Julia Roberts making consistent hits. If you are liking this video, give it a like and subscribe for more content like this. Johnson makes $20 million per movie, but thanks to his responsibilities as a producer and social media responsibilities, that is just a base. If the movie performs well, he takes in millions more in bonuses. Along with the $22 million he took in for Red Notice, that also included $1 million just for social media posts he did from his accounts about the movie to his millions of followers. Even the pandemic can't slow his hustle. In 2020, Johnson topped the likes of Ryan Reynolds and Mark Wahlberg by taking in $87.5 million and becoming the highest-paid actor yet again, according to Forbes. Once again, it was due to big paydays for movie roles and endorsements. Johnson's base pay is only on the rise. He will take in $22.5 million to play the DC Comics superhero, according to Variety. The trade also reports that by the time the movie is done in theaters, he will get more than that thanks to being a producer on the movie and his social media efforts to promote the movie. In March 2020, Johnson founded the Tequila company, and in a short amount of time, it has found popularity. The spirits business reported in 2021 that it was on track to sell 1 million cases. Only 6 tequila brands sell 1 million cases or more, according to a 2020 Brands Champion report. In June of that year, Johnson then launched the energy drink Zoa Energy. It is sold in more than 26,000 retailers and at over 100,000 points of distribution, according to a 2021 CNBC report. In 2006, Johnson founded the Dwayne Johnson Rock Foundation, a charity which works with children with illnesses, disorders, and disabilities to improve their self-esteem and help empower their lives. It also helps with physical fitness and nutrition programs for children. To maintain his physique, he eats more than 5,000 carbs a day, sometimes across up to 7 meals. He'll have massive carb-up nights where he just loads up on sushi. All in all, he eats about 10 pounds of food a day. In 2015, he revealed his diet to Muscle and Fitness, and 538 counted it all up and found that Johnson consumes 821 pounds of cod in a year. Given that cod goes for about $1.75 per pound, that means he was spending about $1,400 per year on fish. But in early 2016, Johnson told Business Insider's Dave Mosher that he cut cod out of his diet. He also buys custom cars. The Rock showed up to the premiere of Ballers in a Pagani Huayra. This car is custom-made, so the price can vary, but the regular Pagani clocks in at around $1 million. But even though it's custom-made, Johnson said on Instagram that he's too big to properly fit in it. But his favorite car seems to be a custom-made pickup truck. Car blogs have identified several expensive cars in Johnson's garage, but his favorite seems to be a monster truck-like Ford F-150 pickup with custom modifications. It's a vehicle he can easily get in and out of with his 6-foot 5-inch frame. It's fitting that the Fast and Furious star loves such an aggressive-looking car. In 2016, Johnson wrote an Instagram post talking about his father's difficult life and how he never asked for much. Over the years, I've moved him into a big home, got him trucks to drive, which he'll literally drive into the ground until I get him something else, Johnson wrote. Hell, I'll get him anything he wants, but the soak just won't ask. In July 2018, he bought his Stunt Double, who's also a distant cousin, a giant custom pickup truck. Over the course of my career, my Stunt Double and cousin, Tanoi Reed, has broken multiple bones, severed tendons, torn ligaments, and just been an overall dominating badass, achieving several Stuntman of the Year honors, he wrote in an Instagram post. I had this custom pickup truck delivered just in time to surprise him. He's still recovering from a stunt injury, while we did what he thought was going to be an interview about our careers together. His chest and arm tattoos represent different parts of his heritage, which is part American, part Black Canadian, and part Samoan. He's gotten some of his tattoos done by a famed Tahitian tattoo artist named Poeno Rondi. He also often gets from place to place in a fancy Gulfstream G 650. It's one of the best and fastest private jets in the world. It's unclear if Johnson owns it or just rents it, but he often posts on Instagram and Twitter about traveling in it while he's on press tours, and sometimes he brings his family along for the ride. According to data from Zillow, Johnson is a relatively high-volume home buyer and seller for a celebrity. In the past decade or so, he's sold more than 10 homes, mostly in Florida. At the end of 2018, he also bought his mother a house. Among them is a 6-bedroom home in Hidden Hills, California, which he sold for nearly $4.9 million in 2012. He bought a $5.5 million Miami mansion in 2014 and commissioned a $1 million addition. Johnson also owns a farm outside of Charlottesville, Virginia. He goes there after grueling shoots to relax and reconnect with nature. He often posts photos on Instagram of himself fishing in his pond, hanging out with horses, and frolicking with his family in the grass. Locals sometimes see him in Gold's Gym in Charlottesville. Johnson, Garcia, and a group of other investors bought the Football League for $15 million in 2020, according to ESPN. The league was first created by WWE owner Vince McMahon back in 2001, but it never came close to finding the popularity that the NFL has. Johnson believes he can change that. The new XFL season under The Rock will begin in 2023. I want to tell you that the rich are people like you and me, and the only difference is that they decided to on. If you want to learn how to earn money online to improve your life and that of your family, click on the link that I leave you in the description of the video and in the comments. That wraps up the video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe to stay notified about our uploads.